This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
So comparison is the thief of joy, and that's why you're here, right? So in this video I wanted to compare this Nachocaster, which is the one that I bought from Coda Music, to my buddy Jake's, which, if you've been following the saga, was the one that sort of I kind of concluded that I would basically sell almost all of my guitars to buy a guitar like that one, which is still in process. But I just recorded this intro part with this guitar first, and now I'm going to go and get Jake's and see if it is entirely better or entirely different. No two guitars are exactly the same, but does one stand out as having way more mojo? I think this is going to be a disappointing video for me, but hopefully it might not. I gigged this last night, I was really happy with it. In particular, I really like this bridge pickup. Right, it is early, but I'm relatively pleased with what I've found so far, because I'm not wanting to throw my guitar out of the window in hate. So you can see aesthetically now there are obviously some pretty big differences. In particular, the pots are different, so you probably see if you do like a side on. Jake pointed out quite a lot of these things. You also see that this neck sits way further above the body, so there's like a substantial difference in, I guess that would be the neck heel. Little things that don't necessarily matter, but also the hue of the Hugh Grant, the Hugh Grant of the lacquer So there's a bit more orangey sort of stuff in my one, and also this is obviously far more heavy relic. In terms of taste, is a thing that is going to make a big difference. Obviously, I would say the neckwear on this I kind of vastly prefer, but the relic part of it was not actually so important to me as the sort of playing aspect. So So I have some things that I do definitely want to change about this guitar. The pickup heights are quite a lot lower, so you're going to be hearing a substantial difference there. I think maybe there'd be a bit more glassiness with this if I brought these up a bit. The other thing is that here we've got not your normal kind of pickup position, but in terms of actually playing the guitars, which is like the more important aspect right now probably, I'm happy, which is not necessarily what I was expecting. Unplugged, ultimately, I feel like I'm fairly happy. Like, it's not. I definitely don't think mine is a better guitar. I don't think it has more vibes or anything. There are some differences in hardware as well. I'll try and get some close-ups for you. But ultimately, as two tellies, they're pretty great. Would I be quick to jump on a 2018 with a medium V? I'm pretty sure I would. But for now, this one is here. And this was the one that I'll play. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's two Nachos compared. Not often that you get to do that. Cheers for stopping by. To be honest, when you see them up close, you can, I think, definitely tell they're just made by two different people. Like, in terms of the approach to the fretboard relicing, right, it's just totally different. The approach to the body relicing is also pretty substantially different. Yeah, I think the guy that was building these guitars left in 2021 or something like that, I don't know. Or maybe slightly before that. But it is just very kind of different. I guess this part here looks fairly similar, but then much more defined wear here versus not. But again, not really stuff that matters too much, but ultimately the soft V of this one I think might suit a few more people, but much darker sort of tint to the lacquer as well. Seems like they're adding some sort of vintage sort of tint to that, whereas this is less so. You also see what a difference there is in terms of that neck profile. Also darker rosewood there on the skunk stripe. More aggressive relicing just all over, really. Oh. Things to do with this guitar: raise these pickups, so I think that's a little bit on the low side, and that might help to bring some more sparkle, maybe, but I think it's just naturally a little bit less of a bright guitar anyway than Jake's, which seems to have kind of the thing that this has going on, as well as the resonance of the Nachocaster, whereas this seems to be maybe lacking a bit of that resonance, but it doesn't really matter once you're plugged in, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to raise these pickups and then wire this one here so that you've got a normal kind of telly pickup position there.